Alright, testing 1 2 1 2.
Yes.
Alright, let's do this, baby. What's going on, everybody? This is Jabril
And
Salam.
Muhammad Hassan.
And you are listening to the Young and Muslim Podcast.
Yeah, we gotta do better. Definitely gotta do better than that, bro.
Alright. Back to the original,
We're
baby.
tuned in, we're jammed in.
Yeah.
Thank you guys again for tuning into the Young and Muslim Podcast. And we have something in store for you guys today. We're gonna be talking about your circle, your squad, the circle of influence.
Yeah.
People that you hang around with every single day, and the people that really mold your life and, you know, make you become the person you are. Like Will Smith says, look at the 5 closest people in your life, and then that's your future.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not.
If they're losers, more than likely you're a loser too.
You'll be the 6th loser.
Or if they're successful, you'll be the 6th successful person.
Inshallah, bro.
Inshallah. You know what? I think that's kind of funny because I have a very, very, everybody says I have a small circle.
Yeah.
But I think for myself, my circle is actually extremely small. Like, mainly because I'm trying to have a different set of influence around me. I'm trying to have more Muslim friends.
Has your circle always been small, or was it big when you were younger and just got small?
It's never been very big.
Okay.
Because I've always, cliche, I've always been a leader, not a follower.
Mm-hmm.
So there were a lot of things that like I just wouldn't do that my other friends would do.
Okay.
And over time we split. Or like friends would move, or
Mm-hmm.
I never was the one to hang out with a bunch of different people and be like, these are all my friends. It was like, I had like 1, 2 very, very good friends, and I had a bunch of acquaintances.
Okay.
What about you?
When I was younger, I had a huge circle just because it was mainly family, friends. I played a lot of soccer, was into sports, was involved in a lot of clubs and everything like that. So
Yeah.
I had a lot of friends, but that slowly fizzled down once their priorities changed and what their interests were. When I was younger, we were talking about this earlier, Jabril, when I had friends around me because that's what the situation was. I couldn't go out there and seek friends because I was young. I couldn't travel. I was with my parents, so I was at home. Whoever my parents brought over, we kind of hung out.
Yeah, exactly.
You feel me? And as I got older, I kind of made that choice. Like, okay, when I was younger, I was hanging out with those kids just because that's how the situation was. The question is now is that, do I still hang out with those kids?
Yeah.
You feel me? Why am I hanging out with them? Are they a good influence for me? The issue is that when you never, it's crazy. I was talking to Brother Hisham about this, who came to the event today.
Right.
He was like, I never knew how my friends treated me until I took a step back away from them. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, I kind of understand what you. I was like, so what do you mean by that? He was like, I was hanging out with friends that I grew up with. I'm talking about childhood friends, and I never knew they were treating me like shit because they were seen as friends. I was always with them. So for me, I just felt like that's what friends do. They treat me like shit because that's what homies do. You feel me? He's like, but when I took a step back from them and our communication was light, not as heavy as we were. We didn't see each other every day. And once we started communicating, he was like, man, talking to his friend, like, why are you guys being so hostile? Why are you guys being so negative? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? He never noticed that because he was in it.
You never notice when you're in it, bro.
So
I think that's with a lot of things.
So
like you have to take a step back and take that time to reflect on what you've been doing. Like, yo, are y'all really a good fit? Do you really have the best interests at heart? I had a friend like that when I jumped from high school to Wesleyan, and I didn't see him for a while, and like we would communicate here and there. And this was around because my high school wasn't that far away from Wesleyan. Like it was a hike for some people, but it wasn't that far, right? So I'd bring this dude on campus every now and then. We would chill and stuff. And I remember this one incident, like he did me dirty, and then I like stopped talking to him for good. I was done, and then I sat there and thought, I was like, yo, this dude has never been a good friend.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like even people, one of my oldest certain friends, my friend Jordan, he lives out in Cali now. I remember he was going through a rough time, and I remember like he had like got real bad with alcohol and stuff like that, and through all of it, me and him we're still best friends. That's one of my homies. And I remember this one specific time we sat down and talked. He was like, yo, when we were coming up, like high school, I was a horrible friend to you, and you've always been a good friend to me.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I actually did take that time to step back, and I realized he wasn't a good friend, so I had to take that step back. But the fact that he communicated that with me and basically apologized meant a lot to me. So it is good for us to take that step back and just say, yo, what is it that these people are good for? Are they trying to send me in the right direction? Do they really care enough about me? So even your friends that are doing bad, if your friends are good people, but they know they're in bad stuff, but they see that you aren't doing that, they'll have enough respect for you and what you're doing to say, listen, bro, you don't want to get into this.
Yes. And I see that now. When I was younger, the people that I hung out with was family, and I had 2 or 3 or 4 group of guys that I was always with when I was younger.
Yeah.
And as I got older, I hung out with them because that was just my ride or dies. That was my homies. That's who I came up with. It's like nobody else. The worst part about that was that I wasn't open-minded, and I wasn't open to meeting new people because I was so used to who I was hanging out with. And I was like, my circle is my circle. That's never going to change, you know? Because I was like, nobody's going to break this. But when I go older, you know, alhamdulillah, Allah SWT gave me a chance to get away from those guys and take a huge step back. And once I did, a lot of them dropped out of my life. Cause I was like, dude, I don't even like what we were doing. We were just hanging out just cause I knew you as a kid. I don't do any of the things that you guys do anymore. You feel me? I'm like, why am I even doing this? Just we're friends just because we came through the sandbox together. We're family. That shouldn't be the reason why we're hanging out. So my circle of influence, my friends, dropped tremendously. But I started looking for the quality individuals. Now I have friends that I still grew up with, childhood homies, but what? Send them a Facebook message. I might see them, but we're not linking up every day like we used to now. You feel me? That's not the case because I have my own path, he has his own path, and I already know that what they're doing is not going to benefit me.
Exactly.
And that's why I found people like, obviously, like you and even my family members that I can kind of build with, I can kind of bond with. Because when I was younger, my mom used to tell me all the time, I never believed her, hey, just watch out who you hang out with because it will affect you. And I'm like, nah, ma, that's not me. I'm strong enough. That's
my clique is
what
everything.
Are you talking about? Like, come on, you know I'm smart enough. If they're gonna do something, I'm not. That's 100% wrong.
That's not true.
That's not true at all. That's not true at all. I'm sure he has.
I mean, bro, look, man, throughout college, I got into some dumb situations just because of, listen, I take full responsibility for my actions, but it's like, yo, I've done stupid stuff that has gotten me in trouble.
Yes.
You know, and even though the people I was with didn't have ill intentions for me, it was like you said, once you get older, you start to realize, like, yo, like, maybe I need to step back from these sort of people, you know, people that we were hanging out with that were just, like, into fighting all the time, or just, like disrespecting girls, or women, disrespecting women, and I had to distance myself away from that sort of stuff, because I'm like, dude, like, somebody said, they're like, yo, you're a reflection of your friends, right? And as we said in the beginning, Will Smith's quote, right? But when you think about like that, if you really sit there and think about it, if the people you hang out with are really a reflection of you, is it a good reflection or is it an ugly reflection?
Yes.
Because that can set you back a lot if the people you hang out with are just bad by association and that makes you look bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think when it comes to your circle of influence, it's about trying to navigate where you want to go, and making sure the people that are on that path with you are the right ones to help you, even if they aren't going to go as far as you. Making sure that at a certain point in time, those people are good for you at that point in time, right? They're not bringing a lot of negativity in your life. They aren't trying to hold you back. They're not bringing a bunch of jealousy. It's like you want the people that are really going to be in your corner, even if you don't see those people all the time. My man Guy, that's why I bangs with him.
That's very true. So your circle of influence doesn't even have to be physically around you.
Exactly. It just has to be people that you let into your ecosystem. You feel me? So like Guy, we text now, like the World Cup, so like we're texting and stuff like that. But like there's certain people that I just cut completely because I'm like, yo, you have your moments where you're cool, but other times you just horrible.
Well, so what type of advice? So if somebody's listening right now and they just don't have a good circle of influence, and they know that, how do they get away? What do they do?
You got to first, like I said, you got to map out where you want to get. Where do you want to get to? right? So if your goal is like, yo, I need to go to college, but none of the people I'm around go to college, like, yo, first off, you need to start taking that first actionable step and say, I'm about to go look for a college and go to what's community college or whatever. And that time that you're spending going, let's say you decide to go to a local community college, that time that you're doing that and studying is already going to separate you from them.
Yes.
Right? And then if those guys, the ones that you're with, really give a damn, guess what? They're going to say, yo, listen, like, bro, we understand. It's cool. Like, don't feel bad about it.
Yeah.
Or they're going to say, like, bro,
you change upon us.
Yeah, like if they're bad, right?
Yeah.
But if they're also good, they're either going to say, bro, we get it, or they're going to push you to do better. And we're like, bro, like, you're going to be somebody someday. You don't need to be out here stealing and smoking and drinking and stuff, because it's only going to hold you back. 100%. I've met people like that where they're like, yo, bro, this isn't for you.
Yep.
This ain't for you, you feel me? So you need to go out and do you. We support you, but we know that we're not there yet. And so you need to really gauge the people that you're with. What level are they at? Are they people that are bringing negativity? Are they the people that are really trying to help you but can't help themselves? Or are they the type of people that, you know, if they see you doing good, they're like, damn, well, maybe I should go to school.
Yeah.
And they start doing it. And I think that's where you and I fell in line. And it was kind of along that last one where, like, you would do something good. I was like for praying was one, right? I remember, like, you just randomly just start praying, and it wasn't like even consistent. It was like, oh, I'm about to just pray, and I'll be like, why? All right, let me pray.
Yeah.
And then eventually, like, I start praying more and more,
Yeah.
and it's because of who I have in my ecosystem, right? So even if you don't pray, like, it's obviously a very spiritual practice, a spiritual ritual between you and God, right? But if you're around more people that do it, you're going to do it more. And the more people you have in your circle to do that, the better. Sometimes it's not just about you and saying, I'm going to go do this. Sometimes it's looking at the people that are around you and look at what they're doing and saying, I said I wanted to do better, and they're all doing better. Maybe I need to level myself up. So I think if you're looking to up your game, if you're looking to up your circle of influence, first you need to map out, what do you want? Do you want to be a better Muslim? Do you want to be a better father? If you want to be a better father, maybe you need to hang out with dudes that are actually good fathers. Yeah. Maybe you need to start talking to your pops a little bit more. Yeah. Right? You gotta put yourself in that scenario.
I mean, I love that feedback, because it's one of those things that when I finally made that decision to do better, the more I focused on myself, the further people got away from me. You know, I don't know if God did that intentionally, but it was one of those things where I was like, okay, let me stop focusing on the outside noise, the outside world. Let me figure out what Muhammad wants, what I want, and navigate what direction I want to go. Because at one point, I was just stagnant.
You was just there.
I was just there. Just a blip on the radar, you feel me? But once I figured out where I wanted to go, I started carving my way. And next thing you know, I'm like, okay, I had a path that I was going on, and I was the only person on that path. And other people were still behind me, just chilling there. And I'm like, okay. So, in a way, I'm slowly getting away from them, because I'm looking at what I want to get. You know, it's in front of me, my goals and just my priorities. And everybody else is just standing there. So, automatically, you know, I'm not seeing, we don't have the same perspective anymore. You feel me? I'm not seeing the same things that they are. So automatically, in my mind, in my heart, I was like, okay, I have other things to worry about. And then I'm going to meet other people that are on that path that I'm going to meet. Such, you know, I met you, some other college buddies, and everything like that. So, circle of influence, man, friends are big. Friends are a lot more important. Thank you, bro. He's getting me a water bottle. That's a good friend for you.
No problem, bro.
But I would say friends are probably the top 5 most important things, bro, in your life.
You gotta have good friends around you.
Yeah.
Period. And I think that your circle of influence also includes your parents. Yeah. Right. So right now you say like your top 5 people. Yo, my mom and dad are definitely in that circle, because I'm around them so much. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff that I like, bro. Who do you see more than your parents right now? Even outside of me, like who do you see more than your parents?
Outside of coworkers too?
Yeah, like that you consider circle of influence.
Oh no, if it's not somebody online, if it's not, you know, it's definitely mom and dad.
Exactly, and they're always giving you like advice on you know, things to do, things not to do. Especially now we're getting older, and you know, marriage is something that's like on the dome. They're like, yo, like look at this, look at that, da 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 da. So it's like, yo, like your circle of influence, it can even be your parents, even if they aren't physical. Like we don't see each other every day. Like we used to see.
Not at all.
We used to see each other every single day. So now it's like, okay, we talk because like if I have a question or if I'm feeling a certain sort of way about something and I don't feel there's anybody else I can talk and relate to, then I'm talking to you. You feel me? Yeah. And what's cool about this podcast and what's cool about the meetup we just did today was that
the Young Muslim meetup.
Yeah, which was absolutely amazing. For all you guys that showed up,
missed out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Like there's nothing else to say. Thank you. We really appreciate you guys coming out. You know who you are. You know, like the Prophet, you know, the first 13 years when he was teaching Islam, there's La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, La ilaha illallah, right? And he didn't have a strong he had a strong foundation, but it wasn't a big foundation. There we go. That's how I want to put it. Yeah. He didn't have a whole nation of followers, right? It was a small band of Muslims, but they were strong. And I think that's similar to what we have with our following here. It's like we have a small following, but we have a strong band of young Muslims who want to do better, who want to get better and be on their deen. Just like us. Like, I'm not perfect, you're not perfect, but we're always trying to evolve and get better. And I think that the people that came out today, alhamdulillah, like it was just really cool. It was really cool to see young Muslims coming together and having basically the same concern. So we'll do more of those in the future, so make sure you stay tuned to what we're doing. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Boom. That's a humble
plug.
Yeah, humble plug.
I mean, that's the real way to keep up with us. All the brothers and sisters that came, asked them, how did you hear about us? Yeah. Social media, you know, Instagram, Twitter. Catch us, Young and the letter N, Muslim, Young and Muslim, Twitter, Instagram. Yeah. But, you know, it's certain situations like that grow my circle of influence. Just like we said, I'm at the point now in my life that I don't need to see you every single day.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but exactly. From having a bad day or something's going on, or I just need somebody come in and pick me up, or just pick me up as in like spiritually, you know, kind of like a spiritual pickup. I can talk to you, have a good frank conversation with you, and I love it because they'll be honest with me. You know what I mean? They're not gonna hit you with the fluff like what I want to hear. I don't need any more yes men.
You don't need
that
yes men.
That was back in high school and stuff like that. Nah, it's like, Mo, what you doing? That's not right. You know, like you need to get on it.
Straight up.
All right, cool.
I think there was something funny about when we first met, and a lot of people, you know, you can't tell over the podcast for real, but like I'm a very straight up person. Like I cut all the sugar and fat out of like the truth, and I'll tell to you straight. And
no cream, no sugar. We call my man black coffee.
That's how I like it. So it's like, yo, a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people can't take it because they're used to people kind of trying being nice and tiptoe. But it's like, yo, listen, somebody that really cares about you is going to give it to you flat. Like, just like, yo, listen, no.
I do. I mean, I always did like that about you because I was a sugar coating daddy.
You're a bullshitter.
But with the help of your expertise, Mr. Frank, I was able to cut through all that and get
Frank the black coffee
and get closer. You know, I get to that point a lot quicker. So
yeah,
I'm happy about that.
It's important though. Like
very important.
Like I don't need somebody to try and beat around the bush when telling me something.
Yeah.
Just like you don't need somebody, and I think everybody needs somebody in their circle of influence that tells them. Like usually our parents are those people.
Yeah.
Right? But we don't like to listen to our parents. No. It's always easier to listen to somebody else tell you.
Your homie can tell you the same exact thing. Like, damn, for real, dog?
Yeah.
You're so smart.
Dang, son, I've never heard that before. like that's how it works, right? So, you know, like that's what we all need. We need somebody that's going to lay it to us straight up and say, listen, bro, you need to consider this or that. And that's why I think circle of influence is so important.
This process is not easy. If you're looking to start the process, just keep in your head that people are going to be mad at you and you're going to break up some ties that you never thought was going to happen. There's going to be some friends that you're not going to be able to talk to again.
Yeah.
Just because I just waited. I mean, I've lost contact with some friends that I thought that were going to be in my life.
Yeah.
Forever. You know what I mean? But that's not how the chips fell. You feel me?
So how's that feel?
It was tough at first, just like, oh my God, like, damn. Like, I really expected to see this person in my in my life, come to my wedding. But you adjust. You adjust pretty quickly, and you kind of notice, like, man, my life is actually better. It's almost like when Coutinho was at Liverpool, they didn't think they could live or play without him, you know? But once he left, it's like, dang.
We actually played better without him.
Coutinho who? You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's kind of how it is right now. But another thing is that it's hard to find good friends and keep good friends. So when you do, keep them. You know what I mean? Like,
how?
Well, listen to what they're saying and try to hang out with them at least. I know everybody's busy. Try to hang out with your friends at least once a month.
Mm-hmm.
You know, once a month. Even if you gotta, I mean, I go down, I drive down 4 hours to see Jabril at least once a month. He does the same thing, come up here.
So I'm up here right now.
Yeah, so we make that commitment because we know it's very important, you know, and we want to keep it is work. Relationship is work. A good relationship is work. You feel me? A bad one doesn't take much effort. That's why it's a bad relationship.
You don't care.
So put in the work because that investment will come back full, you know, like full return. There's so many times that Jabril's helped me in my life. So many times I've helped him. But that wouldn't have happened if we had a shitty relationship or if I was a shitty friend to him.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, man, that is very important, man. And I would even say, like, if your circle of influence isn't nearby, call, text, video chat. Yeah. You have to do that stuff. Like, if you want to keep it alive, you have to do that sort of stuff.
Or pick up a good book. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a book can be a friend. Yeah.
Well, we did a lot of reading.
What? Look, I have a library of almost over 100 books.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And I've built it over time, and it's because each book was specifically picked out for me to increase awareness of the self, increase awareness of others.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. I started reading, and then I got you on it. I got my man Tariq on it, and I try to get the people closest around me to start reading, and not everybody took to it. Yep. So what happened? The people that, you remember this, right? It was we had a group text. We had a group text with a bunch of our old college friends, and this is where I started to see the divide between me and, like, picking you out of that group, and then, like, seeing them kind of move not so much into the background, but just, like, not as much into the forefront. You feel me? It was like I sent out a text like, yo, I think it was I was about to say Get Rich or Die Trying. No, it was Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
Yep.
Right? And I remember I sent that book. I was like, guys, I just read this. It's a great book. Like, if you guys want notes that I've taken, like, I'll send it to you, but make sure you get this book. I even bought one for one of our friends' birthday. Dude he still hasn't read the book. Right? I think I talked to him last year sometime. We don't talk as much anymore. But I remember I was sending books because I was reading 4 books a month at a minimum. And I was sending books to everybody. I was like, yo, guys, read these books. Like, these would be very helpful for everybody. And you were the only one that was responding. Eventually, I stopped sending books. And then the conversation was just you and me.
Yep.
You know?
About the books that we read.
Exactly. And then I started talking to my mom and then my aunt, right? Because my aunt, she reads books like crazy. So it was like my circle of influence started shifting and it started maturing.
Yes.
I think maturing is the prime word.
Maturing is a great one.
You grow out of friendships with other friends because you mature. Now, back to my friend Jordan, the one I was telling you was saying that, hey, you know, me and him, we first met in first grade. Me and him have been friends since we were 6, for 20 years. This has been my longest serving friend. We still talk. Like, I hit him up a week and a half ago. We talk all the time. When he comes home because he's in the Navy, when he comes home, he hits me up. And inshallah, if I make my way out to California sometime soon this year, I'm going to be, you know, chilling with him. And that's a friendship that's had to mature. There was a time where we weren't very close.
Okay.
There was a time where we were, like, super close. That, like, I remember, like, there was a time, like, after high school where we didn't talk, and then all of a sudden we were hanging out all the time. And then because I was doing different things, we didn't talk as much. And then there was a period for like a year, like, we hung out all the time, right? And the reason why is because your maturity level changes.
Okay.
Right? We went from, we're partying together to, like, yo, let's sit down, let's, like, talk about life, and let's talk about, like, real stuff like school and what, like, he's like, yeah, I want to go to school for this, and this is right after I'm out of school. It's like the conversations change. Your motives change, and his path changed, and his path was more in line with me. You know what I'm saying? But I've been patient. That's the other thing. We gotta be patient with our friends. We had to be patient with our relationships. And so, like, I was patient enough to say, bro, like, I'm here, you're here, then those times you were here, I was here, and we just now we ebb and flow. And so like it's to me that friendship is very important to me. That's 20 years of friendship. You feel me?
Yeah.
So for me, I'm like, yo, you might not be 100% like the best influence, but there's certain things that you do that are a good influence for me, and part of that is just being a good friend.
Mm-hmm. I actually want to get your input on two different things. So one of them I'm going to talk about, and you can obviously add your input. So right now, we're talking about a circle of influence and everything like that, right? So for the first one is when you're looking to make, because I made that transition, I made that jump. But one thing that I did wrong that I would like people to listen and learn from my mistakes is that I was like, okay, I'm changing my circle of influence. That I went dark on everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when you go to come like, I need to step back from everybody, forget this, I need to focus on myself. I went so far into the darkness that it was like lonely in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And what you're not supposed to do is to cut yourself off from everybody, because at that point, people still want to check up on you and make sure you're okay. And once you do that, you kind of turn cold inside. You're like, I don't trust nobody. I don't want nobody around me. At the end, you just become miserable. That's not the point. The point is just to take a huge step back. Like, okay, what's going on in my life? Who do I need to keep close? Who do I need to kind of keep away from me? But still communicate with everybody. That's like still see how people are doing, see how their families are, but you just don't have to hang out with them as often or spend as much time. So that's one thing that I'll do better. Instead of doing that full cutoff, slowly transition. Right? And then the second thing that I would say, Jabril, that I want to get your input on is that, we have friends that find their significant others before we do, right? So say one of our friends or you get, boyfriend, girlfriend, or spouse or anything like that, and that spouse may be overbearing or overprotective or whatever. What happens if somebody comes in and messes up that relationship?
So the first thing is what?
So the first thing I already spoke about the first part, was kind of just going dark and cutting all your ties.
Yeah.
Don't do that slowly transition. You feel me? But still keep the source of communication free flowing. Still communicate with them.
Look, just because one of your friends, let's say, just for the sake of we're all talking about young and Muslim, right?
Yeah.
Even if one of your friends isn't on the deen, doesn't mean you can't be friends with them.
True.
Like, we're in a world where Allah created people to have free will, to be atheists, to be Jewish, be Christian, Hindi, right? Sikh. So you can't say, oh, all my friends have to be Muslim. That's not doable. You might live in an area where there's two Muslims and both of them are old or like super young. So it's like you have to be able to learn how to take the good out of everybody that you're around. And even the people that are doing bad have good in them.
Yeah.
Right?
I like that.
And so I think that you have to be able to take the friends that you have and stay friends with them, but know where that limitation is.
Yeah.
Know what that limitation of influence is. If you have friends that like to steal or they like to party and stuff, they might be good people to an extent. Yeah. And then once it gets to that point, you gotta say,
it's like, I'm out.
Hey guys, that's cool. I'm about to go study.
Yeah.
Let me be real. I'm about to go play video games.
Yeah.
Let me be honest.
Regardless, I'm out.
Yeah, exactly. I'm cool with this, right? I'm cool with doing what I do. The second one, when it comes to relationships or like
somebody gets in the middle, like, how do you react? And you've known that person for so long and they're a good friend. I mean, we're talking about a real life scenario. I think this is happening to us right now, but
I mean, if you want my honest opinion, at the end of the day, like
that's why we're here.
There's nothing, right? There's nothing that you can do. You can talk. You can voice your opinion. In our situation, there was a lot of concerns because there was a level of disrespect that we were all receiving, right? It's like you voice those concerns, and if your friend doesn't do anything, then it's done.
But does it have to be a pick and choose battle though?
That's not your choice as the friend that's not in the relationship. That's not your choice, right? So like ideally we would say, listen, like, bro, like I would say, I want my wife to be best friends with all my friends, right? But I know, and the way reality works, the way life is, not everybody's like me. Yeah. And I don't get along with every single person, and I wouldn't expect my spouse to get along with all my friends, right?
Okay.
However, there has to be this level of understanding that, hey, listen, like, these are my friends, there has to be some level of respect, and I want this to work out so that we can all still be cool. If it doesn't go to that, us as friends have to just say, all right, cool,
Okay.
and move on. Cut.
Yeah.
Cut. Like that. Look, man, simple as that. Cut. It doesn't mean that when you see them in the streets, you like T.I., you don't know me.
You don't know,
right?
man.
It don't mean that. It just means that, listen, you're not my circle of influence.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's certain things that you come with, there's baggage that you come with that I don't necessarily want with Brilly Brill.
Yeah.
Brilly Brill don't mess with that. You know what I'm saying? Brilly Brill trying to keep it all positive.
Right, bro. Trying to keep it as nude.
Yeah.
You know, as vibrant as possible.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep my taco up. So that's my advice. Like, because we all go through it. Like, you know, like a friend gets a girlfriend, and then you feel a little like, oh dang, like
You kind of third wheeling in a way because your homie don't hit you back no more. He's not as available as he used to be.
yeah, you feel lonely. So
Yeah.
it's like first you gotta talk to him.
Yeah, and let him know. No, I think that's the number one
You
thing.
have to communicate.
You gotta let him know like what's on your mind and what's going on because he can't read your mind. You feel me? Let him know what's going on, how you feel, and how you can work it out. But like you said, if he's not willing, and that choice up to him, if he wants to pick and choose, then what can you do?
Once you communicate, the ball's in their court.
Yes.
If after you communicate, they don't get it, and then you try again, after that, ball's in your court. And if you don't want to make a play, bet. Then guess what? My team's about to call a timeout.
And give the ball to Will.
No, we're about to call a timeout, and then we all gonna go in the locker room. You're gonna be sitting there. You feel me? My team, I don't play those games, bro.
Yeah, no.
Look, life is short.
And that's why I got you on my team.
Hey, cuz you already know, I'm the coach.
You can be the coach. I'm the GM, mo.
You the janitor.
Same respect.
Hey, right?
But, you know, I think that was one of the few things that came to my mind when it comes to the circle of influence and the people that you should have in your life. To be honest.
So let me ask you, in accordance to like Islam, how do you feel you're building that circle of influence, like not with like family, with younger Muslims? And I think that's the reason why we started the podcast, because we don't have enough Muslim friends outside of one another. It's like how do we build that circle of influence? If like obviously we can't say like how because we're in the process, but how are we doing it?
I mean, so right now, when I was a kid, when I was younger, I used to be like, okay, these are my Christian friends right here. These are my Muslim friends. These are when I'm around my Muslim friends, we do Muslim things. When I'm around my Christian friends, we do whatever. You feel me? But now it's like, there is no my Christian friends, my Muslim friends. Like, these are my friends. Like, these are who I'm hanging out with. And what we're doing in regards to the Muslim community and how we're building that is that we're going out and we're just literally talking to people, figuring out what wavelength they're on to see if we're on that same page or not. And the good thing about it is that we're meeting some awesome people, and we're meeting some people that are just gonna come and go. You feel me? So all we can really do is just be open-minded with the different people that you meet, because everybody has a story.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's one of those things if you want to listen to it or not. But one thing that I want to start doing is that, good or bad, I want to find the good in everybody that I meet, because you can learn something from everybody. It can be a lesson learned because of a mistake they made, or something positive that they did that you can kind of, replicate as well.
That's an Abraham Lincoln quote. Whether it was good or bad, I learned something from every person that I meet. Yeah. Abraham Lincoln. It's something like that.
I think it was pretty close. Good job. Brownie points.
Yeah, you already know. No, I got nothing to add to that for real, man. Like, one thing that I like, well, I just said I had nothing to add, but I'm going to add to it anyways. One of the things that I think is super important about how we're going about adding to our Muslim community is that we're going about it in a way where it's not just like, oh, we're looking for male friends, you know what I'm saying? We're looking for females. It's like we're open to any friend that comes aboard, because I think we live in a society now where everybody's on the even scale. I think before it was like you know, oh, we don't talk to girls because it's haram to talk to girls, right? And now I think it's very much like, listen, like, I can be friends with a girl, right? As long as we both know, like, what's up. Like, it don't mean that our intentions are both bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, trust me, it's easy to get to that point, but, like, that's where communication comes in hand. You feel me? So it's like, yo, like, we just need to be open and for real about what it is that we're trying to do. If I'm like, yo, I'm trying to, like, we just met a Muslim couple today. Yeah. So cool, right? I consider them friends now. And it's like, yo, we met a bunch of people today. And I consider all of them people that I definitely want in my circle, because not only are they trying to get themselves close to the deen and to where our ideal deen is, but I'm trying to do the same thing. So I think that right there is something that you need to do. Go to events, try and seek out Muslims. Like, even if you just follow people on Instagram and you just decide to DM people, like, you have to, like, that's the glory of the internet. I think we're in this weird phase where it's like, oh, if you DM people, you're thirsty. Yeah. But, like, dude, isn't that the point of the internet? The internet was supposed to interconnect people so that they can talk and so they can get to know one another. But now we enter this realm of, like, thirst, and it's like, yo, listen, just because I DM a girl doesn't mean that I'm trying to get at her.
Bro, technology means innovation. They just found a better, that's innovative, a better.
But we still trying to use the same dumb tactics.
I mean, as long as you know what your intent is and what the goal is, it doesn't really matter, to be honest.
Thing.
Yeah, nah, man, it's like, yeah, all you do is, I'm trying to meet with local people in the community. Awesome. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, that's it. Dude. Cool. Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's all that I can even say on keeping the circle of influence.
Same here, man. If you guys, you know, make sure you check out our content. We're pushing out episodes every Monday and Wednesday, alhamdulillah, at 7 a.m. That's on SoundCloud, Google Play, and Apple Podcast, coming to you live. And also, find us on YouTube, subscribe, The Young and Muslim Podcast, Twitter and Instagram. Hit us up. We're very friendly. We're very open. Young, the letter N, Muslim, so it's Young, the letter N, Muslim. And we appreciate you guys listening, and gals, man. We owe you guys a lot, and we'll be having a lot more. We'll be having a lot more meetups, you know, just to get to know, like, how awesome was it that we met one of our first listeners today.
Khalud.
You know, shout out, big shout out.
Really cool, big shout out to Khalud.
It was awesome because she was just one day randomly just flicking through her Apple Podcasts or iTunes and found us. Yeah. And since that first day, she's been tuning in to almost every episode, alhamdulillah. And
she brought her
and then friends. We had an event today, and then she came out to the event and brought two of her Muslim friends, and they had a great time. Yeah. And I felt like I've known her for so long. You know what I mean? Exactly. I felt like I've known her for so long because she came out and was talking to me like because she knew about our lives, just listen to the podcast, and we knew about her because we sent her DM, was like, hey, thank you for listening.
And we've engaged with her on Twitter. Like, exactly. when we say engage with us on Twitter, we actually mean engage with us on Twitter. Like, we actually respond and talk.
We're not gonna just retweet you.
We're like, oh, okay, somebody replied, we're famous. Like, nah, like we're human beings, man. Yeah. We want to talk. We get lonely. We don't get guests on this podcast. So,
I know, bully. That's so stupid.
Yeah, so no, we sincerely mean that. Like, hit us up on Instagram, hit us up on Twitter, and if you want to do some sort of work with us, or you want to know more about the stuff that we're looking to do as far as meetups go, and things of that nature, like, let's talk. Like, ask us. We're an open book. We're very transparent about how we're going about doing this and why we're doing this. And like, if there's anything that you guys want more from us, like, let's communicate, let's talk about it, because I think that'll be really dope. People, you know, we had people talking about possibly even like sponsoring our shows and stuff like that. So maybe that's stuff that happens in the future, and it's with a purpose, you know.
Inshallah, bro.
It's about increasing that circle of influence, baby.
Yes, sir.
So, with that being said,
we end the show with the greetings of peace.
Well, no, I got it down. I have the intro, I have the outro down. My name is Jibril Salam.
I'm Muhammad Hassan.
You are listening to the Young and Muslim Podcast.
Hit you with the greetings of peace.
Assalamu alaikum. Alright, well, hold on. How do you guys like the intro or outro? Make sure you guys let us know.
Yeah, because we might switch it up.
No, what? Oh, you don't like it?
I do like it. Just keep on your toes. Maybe the ending.
Alright, guys. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
That was good. That was a good ending.